Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey everybody.
Um, Today we're going to talk a little bit about why we live in an RV and what we're doing. Are we crazy? We used to go to RV shows every year when I was a kid.
I
But
thought he was nuts at first.
I mean, it was always, to me, it was always something I would want to do when I retire. That's what my dad always thought, but my dad ended up passing away before he got a chance to do it. About 4 years ago, we took a trip to California in the minivan. It was new. We had just got it like a few months before in the winter of 2012. Yeah. And we did a 9-day trip back and forth to California to see Candace's family. And the RZR was also brand new. We had just got the RZR. So we pulled the RZR all the way and went to, three ATV parks? Two on the way and one on the way back, I think. We might be missing one.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we had a blast. And we just stayed in the van. And then we started thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have a little camper or something?
So at that point we were still thinking just part-time, just for vacations. And
yeah, it was something to take, because we love to go ride ATVs and stuff, but we never really stayed because we never really thought about sleeping in the van. We did sleep in the van the one time we went to Columbia. And it rained all day long one day we was there, and at night, and it was pretty humid. And there was some people next to us that had a big cargo trailer that was converted. Half of it was an RV. And their door swung open, and we seen them in there watching TV, and they had an AC on the roof, and they was all hooked up. And we was like, man, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
And we was kind of in a place financially we could afford it after many years of working very hard. And to answer one of the questions, does Candace work? And I am the homemaker and the handyman. Yes. Right now Candace works. I take care of the RV repairs. I do all the cleaning, the cooking. I try to take care of the dogs. I also try to take care of the house still. And that will answer another question. The house has not sold yet.
No.
A couple people has asked, but it is getting a lot of interest right now. We just dropped the price not long ago, and tax time's coming, so we have our fingers crossed that it is going to go really soon.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, back to the story. So we had another trip planned to California the following year because we had such a blast. I seen the ocean for the first time in my life. And yeah,
wish we were recording back then.
We had to go back. Yeah, back then we took a lot of pictures, but we never really did any video back then or anything like that. YouTube was a way afterthought. Before the trip to California, we'd never went far. We always loved to travel, but we would always go, 300-400 miles. Yeah, we never had. Back then, we didn't really even have jobs where we had a paid vacation. We had to work all the time, so we was lucky if we get a whole weekend off. So we might go to Columbia. I think the farthest we went back then was Oklahoma. We went to the Little Sahara sand dunes. We had four-wheelers back then, and that was fun. But before the next trip to California, it was winter time, and we was going again in April of 14. So we started looking at little trailers and stuff just to pull the van. Or I had a small truck. I had a brand new truck, but it was a Chevy Colorado with just a V6, and I couldn't pull anything really heavy. Plus, I couldn't fit the RZR in the back. So instead of a camper, we started looking at something drivable to where if we did want to take the RZR, we could. We ended up finding our first Class C. That was our very first RV. And we took it to California, and we had a blast. So anyway, after that trip, this is April. Well, by the end of May, after that trip, we decided we was going to sell everything we own, pretty much, sell the house, and move into an RV. So it kind of happened quick. And I think by the end of March, we was living in the Class C. but we couldn't fit our stuff. There just wasn't any storage in the Class C. We're going to do another video on why we chose a Class A over a C or a trailer or, you know, fifth wheel, whatever. But anyway, we bought this in June of 14. June of 15 we bought this. Yeah, it was 15. June of 15 we bought this. The first trip to California was 14, the beginning. The second trip was 15 in the Class C. And then in June of 15, we bought this motorhome, and we've been living in this ever since. So it will be June of this year will be 2 years in this RV.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the story. We just, you know, we started looking at things and seeing how much we was paying out and everything just to sit in this house, and if we're lucky we get a week or two of vacation a year. And in the beginning it was just kind of a thought. It was all my idea actually. I mean, I kind of talked Candace into it, and I happened to find one day, before I even brought it to her, I found Nomadic Fanatics documentary, Static to Nomadic, and that video pretty much is what changed our lives. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but I mean, we was already thinking it, and we might have did it, but we might have drug our feet for a while. But when I watched that documentary, something kind of clicked, you know. It was just kind of how I felt about the whole thing, of just working our lives away, hoping that we're healthy enough and have money when we retire to go RV and explore the country.
I just can't imagine waiting till you're 67 years old to start enjoying life and not living 9 to 5 and being by, you know, someone else's clock all the time, you know.
Yeah, life is short, guys. We want to do what we want, period, you know, and we don't expect anybody else to pay for that. We're going to work for it on our own. We always have. Everything we've ever had, we worked for it. That's how you get things. We don't beg. Basically, I mean, we want to be free. We want to travel. We want to see the country. We want to do it now while we're healthy, while we can still do this.
And a big seller point for me was, originally we didn't just decide that, you know, we wanted this to be a lifestyle for a longer period of time. We were kind of thinking that we were gonna look for a place. We have family in California and family in Missouri, and you know, we were kind of like, we're not real comfortable with this area as far as, I don't want to live here forever. I mean, I kind of know that, you know, and California, I just don't really want to be that close to the coast where my family lives. I don't know, I look at natural disaster type situations, and I just don't feel comfortable.
Tsunami. We want to live somewhere a little safer.
Yeah, so I wanted to be somewhere kind of in the middle, you know, maybe New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado area.
Somewhere west of the Rockies, preferably.
Yeah, so that way I'd be close in any emergency situation to either one of our families, you know, and
So
we were like, well, let's travel for like a year or so and just kind of check places out and look at the towns and take our time, you know, that you don't normally have time in a week vacation to, you know, you got to plan things and go see it and get back. So you have to go back to work. But if we had a year to just travel and look at, you know, small towns, we both don't really want to live in like a city type scenario if we ever did buy a brick and mortar home. But, the longer we've lived in this, though, we've kind of accepted more that, you know, maybe this is kind of what we want to do. You know, maybe if we find a place and decide, hey, you know, I'd like to have some land here, or, you know, maybe this should be home base.
Maybe a nice homestead, maybe even with a small house on it, or at least an outbuilding, something for storage.
You know, a place we could come back to, you know, or we really just enjoy the people, or, you know,
Or if we need a break from the road, from traveling, we can come back somewhere for a couple months, hook up and relax.
Maybe somewhere we make a lot of friends, you know, that would be awesome. So that's kind of the hope, that, you know, we just kind of fall in love with something along the way.
Someplace that's more of a constant temperature all year. We're not we're not going to do any freezing temps anymore. We're done with that. We're just we can't do it anymore. Basically, we like living in our house on wheels. We like the freedom of being able to move it when we don't, if we get tired of the scenery, we don't like the neighbors,
Yeah, being able to change your environment.
All of that is very, very appealing. Let me see. Do we have any more questions? JJ asked if we have a Facebook. We do have a Facebook.
We haven't really started messing with it too
Yeah,
much yet.
I haven't really. I set it up and I put some older pictures and things like that, but I haven't really had the time to. I've never been big on Facebook. We actually have personal Facebooks too, but I rarely look at mine. I don't know. I'm doing other things. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I work on this thing a lot. We had another question: where we want to go first when we do hit the road, and that
depends on when the house sells.
Yeah, it depends on the time of year. We don't want to go, if it sells in the middle of summer, we're not going to head to the desert. That's just crazy. We want to try to keep the dogs comfortable and the cat comfortable and keep us comfortable. So, if it sells in the middle of summer, we might head north.
If it sells right now, it would be really ideal because we would probably stay a few more months and even save more money because I'll be able to pay everything off, so...
And then possibly head north in the summer when it's hot.
Give us a lot more options, but it's going to be fun just to be able to be out there and know there's no destination and no time we have to get there. So just enjoy it and
there's a lot of you guys we want to meet along the way.
Yeah, we're watching you right now and we are so jealous.
Yeah, so we might make some detours just to meet people, other channels, people that just subscribe. You just, you never know. I rarely turn down a free meal. That's very rare.
I'm ready to hang out on the beach.
Yeah. If anybody's got a house on the beach and you want us to hang out, we're there. And someone asked what we will do for income. We're in the beginning. We should have enough money to last a little while pretty comfortably, maybe 6 months to a year. Also with maybe a little emergency fund, just the just in case fund, plus credit if we need it, but that's like last resort.
And that's emergency, more or less.
Yeah, because as soon as this house sells, we will be pretty much debt free.
I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah, we're not going back into any kind of debt. Everything's going to be cash. So basically,
once it starts getting low, we're just gonna look.
Yeah, we won't let it get too low, but for a little while, we're gonna travel pretty much with no plans. We just want to wander, pretty much. And then, once I feel like we're gonna need some money, soon, then we're gonna start looking into like work camping jobs, things like that. We have no problem working. We work for what we get. Mm-hmm. We work for what we need. So. If I have to work for a couple months to be able to travel and be free for another 3 or 4 months for now, that's fine with me. Eventually we have plans for bigger things, small, a couple different ideas for small businesses where we think we can make pretty decent money just working in the summertime.
Yeah.
And then we'll have pretty much the fall and winter and some of the spring to travel and do what we want. But we'll get into that. Way down the road, we'll talk about what that is. For now, we're probably going to end up doing a little work camping. We might do the beet harvest. We might do Amazon.
So hopefully it all works out and really soon because we're ready. And we enjoy our park. It's really nice here, but we're ready for a new scenery.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Okay, we're going to wrap this video up, guys. It's probably getting super long. I think that is all of the questions. The next video, we're going to kind of talk about how we downsized, what we did, and also why we chose a Class A and a drivable over Class C's or a travel trailer. We'll get into that a little bit. If anybody has any more questions, you want to know anything else, if I missed something, just let me know in the comments below. And
like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, give us a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. and we will see you guys next time.
See you on the road.
Bye, guys.